we've seen the images, planes appearing to be packed, some passengers not even wearing masks. But different airlines have different rules. And as Gio Benitez reports, that's why some are now calling for the government to step in.
Passengers all over the country are sharing photos of flights they believe are too crowded during a pandemic. The number of domestic flights down nearly 70%, but more people are beginning to fly. Now tonight, calls for federal action on social distancing.
We'll have to wear a face mask or a face covering.
Airlines have imposed their own policies, but they're not all the same. American Airlines says it is blocking half of all middle seats. United says it is trying to keep a seat open beside every passenger, but doesn't guarantee it. And Delta says it is only booking half of first class and 60% of the main cabin. But Nick Callio, head of a lobbying group that represents all major U.S. airlines, says capping seats is not sustainable.
In the long term, that's a business model that cannot be sustained because if it costs more to fly people from point A to point B, it's a total money-losing proposition, which then means it's a job loss proposition.
Now, Senator Richard Blumenthal says the government should step in.
Do you think this is something that Congress would take up?
If the Department of Transportation fails to do its job, Congress should do it for them. The lives of passengers are depending on protections against contaminated air, against lack of proper precautions.
And Senator Ed Markey said there should be a standard across all carriers.
There should absolutely be a standard guideline. There should be a rule that all airlines have to abide by in terms of the spacing of the passengers and that every single passenger have a mask that they have to wear along with the airline personnel. There should be no exceptions.
Many in the aviation industry want federal guidance too. Sarah Nelson heads up the largest flight attendants union.
DOT needs to take action here. This really has to be directed from the government because safety cannot conflict with the airline's desire to try to get revenue right now.
In addition to those social distancing measures, all airlines have mandated face coverings be worn by passengers and crew.
Use common sense, the social distancing, have your masks on the plane, of course, because now they require it. I would take your own.
And let's bring in Gio Benitez now. Gio, what can a passenger do? Let's say they get onto a plane and then they decide this flight is too crowded.
Yeah, and we're hearing some of those stories, Lindsay, but every major airline tells us if you don't feel comfortable, you can go ahead and get off that plane. They will change your flight for you if you're not feeling comfortable, even if you've already boarded the plane. And Lindsay, also, we've learned from United that they're actually going to call passengers a day before a flight if they see it starts to fill up, so they get a chance to go ahead and change those plans.
United being especially proactive there. Okay, Gio Benitez, thanks so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.